Hello, my darlings. This is such an unnatural time for me to be on a live. But it's good to see you guys. So I cooked up something really cool in my cauldron for y'all. I am going to do a huge sale on Sunday. So the reason I'm going to do this is because we do have a home band competition with Angus's band. And when we do the home show, they need all hands on deck. So they need all the parents there. We run the concession stand. Greg and I are going to be guarding one of the back doors, which I think is a good place for us to be, keep us out of the fray. But we do get to manage the flow of marching bands out. So it is a bit of a job. It's definitely a 2-person job. Pray that we have good weather. We do have ponchos and slickers and things like that if it gets kind of funky out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my schedule on Sunday. Hi, Avalon. I'm going to open up my schedule on Sunday since I can't do any readings on Saturday. And we're going to kick off the day with a live at 10 a.m. New York time. And any super chats or super stickers that you guys give today or Sunday morning, you can further discount your reading if you book for Sunday. I hope that's not too complicated. So I did pin the link up at the top of the chat. And I also put up a poll just for fun. We can do a little bit of a poll. But tonight, I'm only going to be on for an hour because I have a meeting immediately at 8 o'clock. So, well, I'm actually going to be on for 58 minutes. Hold on to your hats, kids. So let's get started, my friends. I got lots of decks out here. I didn't even list them in the description of the video, which I try to do for my students. Amanda, Dave Murphy, it's great to see you in the chat. Penny D, Amanda, and Dave Murphy, it is great to see all 3 of you. All the mods that are on deck, thank you so much for being here. You guys are great. So like I said, Sunday is Sunday Super Sale Sunday. And I'm going to kick off the day 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be up. I'm going to be reading cards down here. I'm probably going to be in my pajamas. And then I am going to be up until like 7 o'clock. I'm going to be booking through 7 o'clock. So price is going to be reduced to $88. You can book. For that, you don't have to worry about giving super chats and super stickers. But if you do give super chats and super stickers during this live or Sunday's live, you can take it off the price of your reading. Prema, it is good to see you. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you back. It is wonderful. We've got Outer Limits here. I think Dave's doing great, Outer Limits. Dave, let everybody know how you're doing. Tell everybody how you're doing. You're in your pajamas. I'm pretty much in my pajamas too. So who's up first? Mercury and Leo. I'm picking you out of the bunch. I am picking you out of the bunch. And my friend Rob Fuzessi, I think, is here. Rob and I grew up together. He is a fantastic guy. Go on over and sub to his channel. He is a great, great dude. Let me see if I can do that. If I can drop his link. Let me see if I can drop it. I can't find his link because it is hidden behind some things. So I will drop it in a little bit, Rob. I'll give you a shout out on my community post as well. We'll do that. So Renna. Hi, Renna. That's okay. I'm just getting started, baby. I am just getting started. I've been letting this run for a few minutes, but let's see. Where is Mercury in Leo? We are also, I want you guys to know, we are live streaming to Facebook, and we are also live streaming to my other channel, The Psychic News Report. So if you are watching from The Psychic News Report, say hello to everybody. If you're coming in from Facebook, say hello to everybody again. So, all right, Mercury and Leo, let's see what's going on with you and your ethereal love up in the sky. We've got Mercury and Leo, who is secretly in love with James Hetfield of Metallica fame. And let's see how she's doing here. See how that relationship's doing. We keep fighting, making up and breaking up and getting back together and having a great time. Merc, it looks like everything is good in the hood with Mr. James Hetfield today. So you are looking good with him, baby doll. Glad to say, Socrates, how are you? How are you, Socrates? It is good to see you. So let's giddy up, buttercups. Let's go. So tomorrow I've got a little bit something a little bit different for you on my production videos. What you're going to get is a breakdown of the Denise Richards, Aaron, I don't even know how to say his name, the divorce that they're going through, and I do Yellow Brick Road for them. So I think you guys will find that a little bit interesting. But in my poll, and let's end the poll right now so we can see it. So the poll was, are Meghan Markle and Prince Harry faking marriage problems in public to keep the media talking about them? Yes, 85%. No, 15%. Let's see what the cards have to say about this. Let's see what the cards have to say about it. Haley, good question. Thank you very much. I will get to you in just a second. Thank you for doing that in all caps. Fantastic. It makes it a lot easier for me to see, but I've got the chat on a slowdown too, so that I can read it a little bit more easily. So, are they faking it? So, and now that's interesting because they are taking a page out of somebody's, a former celebrity's playbook. It seems that there have been others that have done something similar, and they are taking that and using it to their advantage. Is it going to work? You know, this is weird because it's working for them. It's actually, if this was like a therapy to like pretend, like they have a common goal of pretending that they're mad at each other, or they're not having a great time, or, you know, they're blustering. They're having a great time doing that. And so it makes things, oh, honey, I don't have any music on. Are you still, is anybody else still hearing music? I don't have any music on right now. So let me know in the chat if you guys are still hearing music. I don't have any music playing. So I do think that this ends in tears, though. I don't think that this works out for them. Look, hang on, kids. Outer Limits, where's your question? No music here. Okay. Outer Limits, your other question, I can't see it in this chat. Huh, Outer Limits. Hang on to that. For some reason, it's not showing up in StreamYard. That's weird. That is weird. Very strange. Huh. So Outer Limits, do me a favor. Drop your question again about the China debacle. Please drop that again. And oh, okay, Laura, the music's off. And the music is only for the intro. It's only while I'm sitting up. So hush, little baby, don't say a word. So I do think that there is some playbook that they're managing here. And it is taken from some. I'm going to have to do some meditation on that, because I do think that they're up to something. They're up to something. Aren't they always up to something? All right. So how is Archie? Let's see how Archie is. And for the record, I typically don't read on kids. The expectation of privacy of their parents being celebrities is one thing, but let's just see how that little guy's doing. How is Archie doing? Thank you. Outer Limits. That was weird. For some reason, it didn't come through the first time. Now I've got it the second time. It's very strange. Very strange. That is strange. Very strange. Must be the season of the witch. Yeah. Must be the season of the witch. Tripwire, I repeat that question. I'm not sure what your question is. And if it's an inappropriate question, it's going to be removed. Just so you know. So, how is Archie doing? So, as what is he, 6? I think he's 6. A 6-year-old, not very patient. Totally understand that. But I think he's a pretty sensitive kid. I do think he is shuffled around a great deal. This is being shuffled around a great deal from place to place. Not really. MI6 is monitoring that question. Absolutely outer limits. But I'm here in America, so I will answer that. I will get that done. So I think we are going to see more of Archie presently. I think,
Cup of mucky.
oh, I just had sushi shoved in my face. Drusilla, your ears must have been burning today. I owe you like a million text messages. Rena, you can ask a question about money. I don't know why my messages aren't coming through. Drusilla, you're getting a reading. Merc, ask your question, baby. Rena, you can ask a question too if you want to give me more context than that. Let me get rid of this. Okay, that's fine. Why is StreamYard acting like a weenie? StreamYard is not helping me out today. Zephyr, good to see you in the chat, my love. Oh, Merc, I have those pop chips too. My daughter likes them. So I do think that Archie is a very sensitive kid, and I think he is shuffled around a great deal. Moved from place to place. Just Janelle, yes, you can. All caps, please. Just right. I'm not going to think you're yelling. All caps. All caps. There is some kind of recovery course correction that they are doing with him. There's something about his education that was taking him in a direction that wasn't appropriate. So they are using a different method to educate him. Again, he's like 6 years old, right? Like, not too much going on there. Early childhood development, yes, it is very important, but it's not like this is the difference between community college and Harvard. So thank you, Zeph, for dropping that. So I think he's okay. Is he worse when his parents are gone? Is he worse when his parents are gone? He is more assertive and this is weird. He's more communicative, but he is more compliant when they are gone. That's really what we're looking at here. So, all right, I'm starring these questions as fast as I can. So yeah, Dave Murphy has a habit of not resting when it is afforded to him. Rob Fuzz, if somebody could drop Rob Fuzz, let me see if I can do it. I want to drop his channel. There we go. Go to channel. Let me get your channel, dude. Guys, Rob knows a lot about me. He knows a lot of stuff. Go give him a sub. He is coming up on like 30,000 subs. He's got a tremendous channel. Hit that like button. That is right. If you like Disney stuff, Rob does like all these really cool videos on some of the Disney rides that are gone, which is really neat. So I do think that he's more communicative, more compliant, less defiant when they're not there, and he's a sweeter kid when they're not there. Just saying, like, I'm sure, my son is not always the most polite child in the house, but when he goes out and about and he's in the general public, he acts quite awesome. I get a lot of compliments about him, so perfectly fine with that. So let's get over here, and we're going to hit outer limits question. So will the China debacle and the collapse of a trial concerning Chinese espionage, I'm going to switch decks, Finally bring down the slippery, glorious leader. Drusilla. If somebody could drop Drusilla's channel too. Drusilla, you're a mod. Drop your channel in there. We're gonna shout you out later this week too. Nurses from Hoboken, all the way on the other side of the world. Go figure. How'd she get there? All right. So let's start with, is the trial going to collapse? Remember, guys, I'm only going to be on until like 7:55. Nope. Hang on. Copy. Bear with me, kids. Let's go. Let's make that happen. There we go. I got you, baby. I got you. Now, if you like spooky and weird stuff, you're going to love Drusilla's channel. I'm going to drop her link right now. Go on over there. Give her a sub. We'll still be here. Oh, it already has collapsed. Okay. So Queen of Wands. Yes, they're still trying to save it. I'm just going to say that. They're still trying to work around the edges of that. Rena, let me get your question. Guys, I'm going as fast as I can. I'm the only person here. I got all these amazing mods, but all right. What is going to happen to the glorious leader? Let's look at that. Let's just do that. Sorry about that. I have not paid attention to the news. 8 of Cups. What does that tell us? The 8 of Cups is always about leaving a situation. And oh, Amanda, cool question. All right, why is StreamYard doing this? StreamYard is making it hard for me to do my job. Come on, let me star that. Oh, for Pete's sake, it's not letting me do. Amanda, sit tight. I'm going to get to that. You might be the last question. That might be the last question because I've got quite a load here. So I do think that he's going to walk away from the situation. Walk away from the situation. It's not YouTube. This is StreamYard. My StreamYard, it's got important notices here. Can't comment. It's got, so I can only see one comment at a time. That's why I have YouTube open over here. People think I'm like doing all kinds of crazy stuff on my lives and when I'm on other people's lives. But I have 3 monitors and I've got closed captioning on one. Not that I need it right now because I know what I'm saying. But yeah, so what is under the surface with the glorious Hierophant? He is losing. Power is waning for him. Outer limits. Great question. Failing to look backward at some of the other, and I'm going to say, I think France, like the end of the 1700s, should be looking at that a little bit, should be concentrating on that, just saying. And in the future, we have a lot of anxiety. Curious question that you threw me here, Outer Limits. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So are we going to see some changes in China? We're going to see some changes in China. All right, guys, I just solved the problem. I got rid of Facebook. We're no longer streaming to Facebook. Yeah, Smarmer keeps making funny faces, doesn't he? What's happening in China? King of Cups, unhappiness. Departing from the devil, Ace of Pentacles, restart, Hermit, learning from lessons in the past, and securing the people that are in there. Hi, CCD. Oh, me too, dude. Me too. The world changing. It's going to be a little bit of a painful birth with this Page of Cups in reverse. Little bit. That's okay, Zeph. Don't worry. We got a bunch of mods in here. We're good. We're good, baby. Thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. So I do think we're going to see some interesting things coming out of the Chinese chicken situation. Wow. Wild. Hi, Janine D. Do you know Penny D? Do you guys know each other? Sorry, I had to say that. Penny D is right above you. She's one of my mods. All right. So let's get back over to the questions. CCD, we've got Dave Murphy in the chat too. Dave Murphy is here. So Drusilla, let's see how you are doing. I know you are a busy gal right now. And again, I'm going to say go over and give Drusilla a sub. Let me drop her link one more time. It's Drusilla's Macabre Manor. Go over there. She's got lots of cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff going on. Lots of cool stuff. She's got she talks about the Queen Mary, Haunted Wyoming, Lady in White. Drusilla, I gotta show you, I'll text message it to you. I got a book called To Die For, and it's a recipe book from all these like haunted locations. It's pretty cool. It was on sale during Prime Day, so grabbed it, and it was, let me see if I can pull it up. I'll pull it up for you guys. And if you guys want to get it, you can get it too. Let me get into my Amazon. There we go. So, and this is available on Amazon Unlimited. The hardcover copy is only like $15, $16. It's actually pretty inexpensive, but I would get the book. Now, I don't know if you want the Kindle version. I don't know if the pictures are that good, but really cool recipes in there. So you can go ahead and go get that. That's an Amazon affiliate link for the book To Die For. Go check it out. Check it out. So what do we got going on for Drusilla? What kind of good news? Sleepy Hollow Tarot. So we've got the Chariot, Page of Cups. So if you I can't remember if you took my tarot class. I'm going to have more tarot classes coming up on Teaspoon of Tarot, the playlist that I have in here. But aces are, we see the job listing, we, apply for it, send our resume in. The pages are first day of work. We go to work and we get to work. So you are getting to work and moving in the right direction. You're very comfortable, very happy about it. So 1, 2, 3. Get comfortable with exposing yourself, darling. Get comfortable with kind of putting yourself out there. So I don't know if that means more lives for you or if that means more advertising, but get comfortable with putting yourself out there, because that is something that'll hold you back. And I know that that's a big thing that when you're a content creator, it's like a big leap to, and you've been doing this for a while, but it's a big leap to kind of put yourself out there, like on another platform, or put yourself out on live, those kinds of things. So I want you to get comfortable with that, because that you're going to find your new wheelhouse. It's going to be comfortable. It's going to flow. It's going to happen. I go back and I watch my first live, and like the blocking was okay, but you can see like wires in our lanai, and there's all kinds of stuff like that. So you get better at it every day. You can't be great at things right off the bat. The Adventure Time, what is it? Jake the dog said the first step to being really great at something is sucking at something. So, not that you suck, baby. You are fantastic. You are fantastic. So Rinna's got a question. Don't forget. Oh, I got a banner for the bottom too. Let me put that up for you guys. We got a banner. We've got a link to book discounted readings for Sunday only. James and you, Mercury and Leo, you guys are doing well. We looked at it before, looking really good. Are you going to stay together for the long run in the spiritual realm? What do we got? Queen of Wands. As long as you don't step out on him, honey bunny. As long as you don't step out. Oh, seriously? Are you doing your first live this weekend? Drusilla, let me know when that is, because I'll pump it up. I will pump it up, and hopefully I'll be able to jump in there and do it. We'll talk a little bit more. CCD is okay with exposing himself. So you guys are doing good. Don't step out. Don't step out. Don't look for any trouble anyplace. You'll be just fine with James Hetfield. So, all right, we got Rena's question. Let's go. The money I sent to Sri Lanka, is it going to the people that I send it to? You've been kicked out 3 times? What is going on? And you had 3 consecutive Lumi ads? That's ridiculous. I just heard that there's a way that I can create a membership so that you guys can get rid of your ads. I don't know if that's true, but I will see if I can do that. I know if you pay for YouTube Premium or something, you can get rid of them, but let me see what I can do about it. Let me see what I can do. You are welcome, Merc. You are welcome. Don't forget, guys, if you want a personal reading, super chats can be deducted from the private reading schedule for Sunday. Okay. So the money that you send to Sri Lanka, is it going to the people you send it to? Rena, that's like not a good sign. Let me see. Rena, this, I hate to say it, it does look like there's a little bit of shadiness going on there. So we've got, no, it's not going to the happy people, or it's not creating the happiness for the people that it's supposed to go to. Over here, it looks like the needy are not getting it. Here, it's going to come out and be revealed. And we've got the thief amongst us here. So it doesn't look good. What can you do in the meantime to kind of suss that out? Ask them for the disclosure. So I would ask the organization that you're sending the money to for some kind of assurance and CCD. I'm going to drop her link again. Oh, no, that's not her link. Crap. If you scroll up CCD, you're going to find her link. Backspace on that. Well, all right, I'm going to hit this. That's the book. The cookbook I was telling you about. Yeah, YouTube is being weird. Weird. Things are weird. I don't know if we had a solar flare or something. But I would call that. I would reach out to them and ask them for disclosure on where that money is going and some line of proof. Is there a better organization for you to be sending to? I think Sri Lanka is a little bit tricky. I think it's a tricky place to send money. We once upon a time had a very, very good friend that was Russian. And one of the things that she'd sent very large packages back to me in Russia of jeans. And we asked her, we were like, why do you send like these huge boxes? And she said, because if I send this huge box, they get like a quarter of it. They actually rebox the box, or they like crush the box down. And it's, I think in Sri Lanka, there's a lot of hands dipping into that money. So I would ask some questions, Rena. I would ask some questions But how kind of you. I guess I'm assuming you have like a subscription to support in Sri Lanka. It's not an organization. It's a person I know that is helping me. You know the person. Oh dear. Okay, let me see. I would ask some questions of that person. Would ask some questions. They're going to be very guarded about it, but I would ask some questions. Don't be too feisty about it. A Scottish lassie, I know sometimes it's hard to put a lid on those emotions, but I would ask some questions. I would ask some questions and make sure that you get some reasonable responses from this person. Reasonable responses, like, well, what did you buy with it? You can't say, well, I bought napkins with it when you sent 100 pounds or something like that. It's got to be, and you got booted again. Let me see something, guys. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me look some things up here. La 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 la. Have we had last significant solar flare according to what I'm looking at was in August. No. No. 4 weeks ago, solar flares. Are we having any solar flares? I'm not seeing anything. Any solar flares? No. August was the last one. August. Yeah. Nothing really significant. Wonky weather, right? Wonky weather. Let's. You know what? Why don't we ask a psychic what's going on? Schumann resonance. Let's talk about this. Let me see. Schumann resonance. So those of you that don't know what the Schumann resonance is, it measures, and I never know how to spell it. Resonance. It measures and I can share my screen with you. Everybody will have a little bit of an education here. Share screen. So what it basically does, man, I'm just going to drop your question for a second. So it measures the way that energy moves back and forth between the field of Earth itself and the outer sphere, I think is so apparently, like when we get hit with a solar flare, that will like kind of bounce around in there. So it like kind of bounces around the surface of the Earth and it'll affect things. But they do think that the Schumann resonance is, let me just pull this down for a second. Schumann resonance reader today. Let's see what we got. So sometimes we have blank spots in it. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me bring that up. So here we go. Oh, no, not this. Close. No. No ads. Dismiss forever. Here we go. Oh, good Lord. What is happening? This is not fun. I'm not having a good time with this. Nope. Close. Nope. We're not doing that. So we do this. All right, so this is it. 10 portal energy activation 10-9. And then one day ago, energy feels off today. So I think there was a blank spot in the Schumann resonance. So what happens is we'll see these big blank spots. You guys saw what like that whole blue field looked like. Oh yeah, you're looking at my screen right now. Let me stop sharing. Silly me. So let's see what's going on. I got you, Zeph. So let me make sure. Blank spot is messing with your wife. Oh, go on, Carla. Thank you. That Mother Earth's heartbeat is a great way of explaining that. Yeah, it's a great way of explaining that. So I got your question too, Zeph. And then we're going to wrap it up after this because I do have a reading at 8 o'clock at the top of the hour. I am so glad there's so many of us here. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Dave. I think it's like going in like a weird direction. Yeah, listen, if you guys can't see each other or something, just kind of, I don't know, refresh, go in, come back out. I don't know. 3i Atlas is approaching. It's approaching Mars. So did we have a timeline jump? Boom. We actually folded backwards, if you ask me. I think it was a fold backwards. And I think we got a restart. There was like a rewind. Where are all my Gen Xers at? The tape went backwards, I think. CCD, you can't see Carla either. Carla, I can see you. She is very small. I'm sorry. She is. She's adorable. And she's very small. So I think we did go backwards. What was undone? Let's see what was undone. So there was a timeline in which the peace in the Middle East was a false peace. That's what was undone. We do have comments flying past us. Now everyone can see Carla. So the rewind on this, I know it sounds wacky, guys. I know it sounds wacky, but the rewind, the timeline rewind, talk about Peggy Sue got married. This is going back and correcting a situation. I think that there was a small group of bad players that tried to interfere with the peace in the Middle East. I think that's what happened. Now, I know that there's somewhere just under 30 remains that they still need to return, and they haven't done that yet. Let's see if we have something to do with that. So one of these timeline jumps was to correct some people interfering with the smoothness of that. It's like romper room in here. Everybody's like, I see you. I see Amanda, and I see Zephyr, and I see Elizabeth, and I see CCD, and I see Dave too. You know, that woman never said my name on romper room. Never. All right. So I honestly, I don't think that this peace is going to. The peace in the Middle East is not going to last very long. There's going to be some issues, I think, with the return of the remains. I think we're going to have some issues with that. And I think that there is possibly going to be rumors. I'm going to say rumors that some of those individuals are still in custody. Let's put it that way. I think there are going to be some things. Is Israel going to break the peace accord? Hanged man. Carla says, you're all nuts. They're yeah, they're going to respond to anything Hamas does. So and the higher ground being taken, the higher moral ground being taken, I don't think is going to wash with the rest of the world. How's Trump going to respond to this? How is Trump going to respond to this? He's not going to help anybody in this situation. He's going to say, you know what? We've done what we need to do. We already had a peace. You guys now work it out. You get nothing. You get nothing. He is going to pull the plug on the whole thing. He's going to say, you guys want to live like pigs? Go live like pigs. Not helping out. Not helping out. CCD, have a good night. Sleepy time. Yes, Dave, it was called the doobie. Yes. Yes. You get nothing. I said good day, sir. Thank you, Rob. Yeah. So, CCD, I'm going to come up on your question last about 3i Atlas, which I was calling 31 Atlas for the longest time. There don't even eat pork there. How is No King's March going to go? Asking for a friend. No, I'm still doing that, dude. CCD, I am still reading on 3i Atlas. No Kings. How's No Kings? Oh. Well, the bad players have certainly learned how to work around the edges on this kind of yes. Ooh. They've learned how to work around the edges. So, like the George Floyd protests, the other protests that have gone on, they've learned from the mistakes that they've made in those events. They absolutely have. Questions are closed, by the way, guys. I'm going to close up questions because I'm going to get to CCD's question, and then we're gonna roll it out. But I don't know about that A word that you have there, Zeph, Antifa. Wait, Antifa. I spelled it right. It was fast. Could be like in a spelling bee, a spelling doobie. Speaking of doobies, so they have learned how to not get themselves in trouble anymore. They've figured out how to do that. So let me drop this in the banner. Paste, scroll. Add banner. I did exactly what you said there, Zeph. Questions closed. So I think it's interesting that they have developed the technique of being unhappy and at the same time kind of supporting. They Jesus, David, Dalton Happies. What the hell? We've got stinky incontinent people in here right now. That's what the questions are, or the ads are. Jeez, Louise. So, oh, I can stop sharing that. Yeah, there we go. Asking YouTube to do a little too much here. So they learned a lot in this. So I think we're going to see some unrest, but I don't think we're going to see quite the violence that we've seen before. I think they've learned a lot. They're not happy warriors, not at all. Let's talk about 3i Atlas, because that's all we have to worry about. So we got CCD telling us 3i Atlas is approaching Mars. Something in space is wonky, and there's 9 comets flying past us. So 3i Atlas, I think, is a disguised thing. I think it is something that is disguised as a rock. A rock. Did you hear that, Dr. Jones? A rock. I think that it has an outer covering that kind of allows it to act amok out there in space. So what's going to happen when it gets to Mars? Once it gets to Mars, we're going to know a little bit more, guys. And I do think we are going to see it possibly go into Mars. This is the Hermit card. The Hermit card. I think we're possibly going to see it plump, hit into Mars. I think it's going to do something interesting when it gets to Mars, as long as it leaves the third rock alone. So, but I do think that there are stations on Mars. I know it's wacky, Carla. I'm sorry. I know you think I'm crazy, but I think that there are stations underneath Mars. And I said this the other day. I think that they've been long and not used for some time. So there is some zhuzhing up that needs to happen. But interestingly enough, I think that we are in store for a big surprise. Now you can't see Dave. This is so weird. Now CCD can't see Dave. I'm not sure what's happening. So I do think that there is a revelation that is coming. I don't mean Book of Revelations, but I think we are going to see something. I did a commissioned remote view for someone, and I do think that we are going to find out about a God component to human genetics. I went wide and far on this one. I think we are going to find out the story of the Nephilim is actually real, and that we are an engineered race, and that they tried to, I see you, Dave. I can see you. I can see you on all my platforms here. I think that when they tried to make us stronger and more, we were pretty strong when we were primates. And thankfully, there you are, sweetie. And I think that when they tried to give us intelligence, our bodies got weaker. And so it was a failed experiment. But I do think that there is going to be a revelation. And I think that 3i Atlas has something to do with it. So I think we've got more people coming to help out. Not a bad thing. What about these comets that are zooming around us? And this is the last question. We're going to jump out of here because I do have a reading that I have to get to. What about oh, CCD? Is that a fact? So the comets are chaotic. Those comets are chaotic. We don't have to worry about that. CCD, let me see about this. We'll look at that. That's going to be my last question. the comments are chaotic. They're just kind of doing their own thing. I don't think they're part of the I don't think they're part of a convoy or anything like that. Thanks, Rob. Rob, that means a lot coming from you. You're such like a pro over there. Watch the skies for asteroids. Elaine, okay, you've been able to see people too. Okay, good. So what shot down the Russian satellite? The homeowners were not happy. Let's put it that way. Judgment. King of Wands. That was shot down. 2, do or die. We got to do or die. I do think that they regret taking that out. Yeah, there's a lot of strange celestial things going on. But I do think that, well, you know what's the good thing? You know what's the good thing, guys? If we all get blown up, if the planet blows up, we're all going to meet each other on the other side. We're all going to be in the ethereal realm with Mercury and Leo and James Hetfield. We'll all be hanging out. So I'm first round's on me. First round's on me when we get to the in between, and when we get to heaven or whatever is on the other side. So first round's on me. I just want you guys to know, and Greg already knows this, I already have a date with Bon Scott when I die. I've already asked for that. So I'm going on a date with Bon Scott. Love those pants. Love those pants, Bon Scott. So Socrates, we're all tired of working. This may as well happen, right? So I do think that whatever shot down that Russian satellite was a little bit bummed out about what they did. I don't think that they were really, really happy. Once they did it, they were like, oh crap, like somebody kind of jumped the gun here. So after party in the afterlife, Drusilla. You know what? We're gonna have to do a live with that. After party in the afterlife. That's right. But this has been great fun, guys. Great fun for me. So this is my preview for Sunday. Remember, Sunday morning, we are going to be live at 10 a.m. New York time. So for you guys in England, if you're watching this on the rewatch, I know I've got a few people in the United Kingdom on here right now. If you guys are on the rewatch, we are going to be live at 10 a.m. New York time on Sunday morning. Any super chats can be applied to booking a reading that day. I will be open until 7 o'clock my time. So you can go and you can book now, and you can pay the discounted rate, or you can throw some supers at me and get a little bit more money off. So it's just a way of keeping my book rolling and also keeping YouTube happy at the same time. So love to you all. Thank you so much for being here. Zeph, thank you for dropping the landing page. Pinned comment up above is going to have all the deets for you. Lawyer Chick, it is good to see you. We're just dropping out though. Lawyer Chick, let's give her a little shout out. So 11 p.m. Sydney time. That is late for you, Dave. I am sorry. 7 a.m. California time. Drusilla, yes, but I'll be on for like an hour or hour and a half. So I'll be on for a bit. I think I'm going to start doing more lives because you guys show up for the lives. I really would like to keep showing up for y'all. So maybe we'll just keep doing lives. I don't know. It's fall. I got crazy stuff going on with the band, with the kids band. And I got my daughter up at college. I got to give her a call after my last reading tonight and catch up with her because we were trying to have a cup of tea all week and things kept getting in the way. So I want to have a cup of tea with my baby girl. That's one of the things that we do. Oh, Zeph, you are trying to teach me how to do Southern. Questions closed, y'all. Questions closed. As long as we're live, we should keep doing live. So I had all my favorite people in here. Everybody gathered around the fire and we had a gay old time. So, all right, guys, I'm going to jump off so I can get to my reading on time. But thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you guys on Sunday. If not, I am live tomorrow at 3:05 in the afternoon for my members and 4:05 in the afternoon for everybody else. So both New York time, I hope to see you guys then. Until tomorrow. Oh, and make sure you go over and watch the Denise Richards video. If you're a member now, you can go see it now. But until tomorrow, I will see you guys later.